Hulk Hogan documentary script. When people talk about the greatest icons in professional wrestling, one name is always part of the conversation: Hulk Hogan. With his unmistakable blonde mustache, colorful bandanas, booming voice, and larger-than-life personality, Hogan became much more than a wrestler. He became a global superstar who helped transform professional wrestling into mainstream entertainment. His journey is a story of incredible success, dramatic reinvention, personal struggles, and an unforgettable legacy. Born Terry Jean Ballia on August 11, 1953 in Augusta, Georgia, Hogan spent most of his childhood in Tampa, Florida. As a young man, he enjoyed baseball and dreamed of becoming a professional musician. He played bass guitar in local rock bands before discovering professional wrestling. His impressive size, athletic ability, and natural charisma quickly attracted the attention of wrestling promoters. Hogan began training in the late 1970s. Like many future stars, he started by wrestling in small venues for little money. The early years were difficult. He traveled constantly, endured physically demanding matches, and worked tirelessly to improve his skills. Those experiences built the confidence and toughness that would later define his career. His breakthrough came when he joined the World Wrestling Federation, now known as WWE. At the time, professional wrestling was popular in certain regions, but had not yet become the worldwide entertainment phenomenon it would later become. Hogan's arrival helped change that forever. In January 1984, Hogan defeated the Iron Sheik to win the WWF Championship. That victory launched Hulkamania, a movement unlike anything wrestling had ever experienced. Fans packed arenas, bought merchandise, and tuned in every week to watch their hero overcome impossible odds. Hogan's appeal extended beyond his victories. He encouraged young fans to believe in themselves with his famous advice: say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and believe in yourself. Those words became part of his identity and helped make him a role model for millions of children around the world. His entrance became legendary. As his music played, fans erupted with excitement. Hogan would slowly walk to the ring, tear off his shirt, flex his muscles, and cup his hand behind his ear to hear the crowd cheer louder. Those simple actions became some of the most recognizable moments in sports entertainment history. Throughout the 1980s, Hogan dominated the wrestling world. He defended the WWF Championship against many of the era's biggest stars, including Andre the Giant, Randy Savage, King Kong Bundy, Ted DiBiase, and The Ultimate Warrior. Each rivalry helped build his reputation as the ultimate hero who never backed down from a challenge. One of the greatest moments of his career came at WrestleMania 3 in 1987. Facing Andre the Giant, Hogan achieved what many believed was impossible by body slamming the massive giant before thousands of fans. The image became one of the defining moments in wrestling history and is still celebrated decades later. Outside the ring, Hogan became a mainstream celebrity. He appeared in movies, television shows, commercials, and talk shows. His popularity introduced millions of people to professional wrestling who had never watched it before. However, by the early 1990s, wrestling was changing. New stars were emerging, and many fans wanted different storylines. After spending years as wrestling's biggest hero, Hogan faced one of the biggest decisions of his career. In 1994, he left WWE and signed with World Championship Wrestling, better known as WCW. His arrival immediately attracted enormous attention. He captured the WCW World Heavyweight Championship and remained one of the company's biggest attractions. But Hogan was about to make the boldest move of his entire career. At Bash at the Beach in 1996, Hogan shocked fans by turning into a villain. Instead of representing the heroic Hulkamania character, he joined Kevin Nash and Scott Hall to create the New World Order, or New. The transformation into Hollywood Hogan completely changed professional wrestling. Wearing black instead of red and yellow, Hogan embraced a darker personality that fans had never seen before. Many people consider it one of the greatest character changes in wrestling history. The New quickly became one of the most successful groups ever created. Their storylines dominated television and helped WCW in television ratings for many consecutive weeks during the famous Monday Night Wars. During this period, Hogan battled stars such as Sting, Goldberg, Diamond Dallas Page, and many others. These rivalries helped create one of wrestling's most exciting eras. Eventually, WCW began struggling with declining ratings and financial problems. In 2001, WWE purchased WCW, ending one of the greatest rivalries in sports entertainment history. Hogan returned to WWE in 2002. Although many wondered whether fans would still support him, they received their answer at WrestleMania X8. His match against The Rock became an instant classic. Even though Hogan entered as the villain, the audience cheered him throughout the match. It was clear that fans had never forgotten the man who helped build modern professional wrestling. Over the following years, Hogan continued making special appearances and wrestling selected matches. While he was no longer competing full-time, every appearance reminded fans why he remained one of the industry's biggest icons. Unfortunately, years of physical punishment took a serious toll on his health. Hogan underwent numerous surgeries involving his back, hips, knees, shoulders, and neck. He has openly discussed the chronic pain caused by decades inside the ring and the sacrifices required to entertain millions of fans. His life outside wrestling also included personal controversies. Some public comments led to criticism and temporarily damaged his relationship with WWE. Hogan later apologized, and over time WWE welcomed him back for Hall of Fame appearances and other special events. While opinions remain divided regarding those controversies, his accomplishments inside the wrestling ring remain historically significant. Today, Hulk Hogan is remembered as one of the most influential figures in wrestling history. He helped transform WrestleMania into a global event, inspired countless future champions, and proved that wrestlers could become mainstream celebrities. Many of today's biggest stars grew up watching Hogan perform. His influence can still be seen in wrestling entrances, larger-than-life characters, crowd interaction, and promotional interviews. Looking back, Hogan's career can be divided into two unforgettable chapters. The first was Hulkamania, where he became the ultimate hero and inspired millions of fans. The second was Hollywood Hogan, where he reinvented himself as one of wrestling's greatest villains and led the legendary New World Order. Very few performers have successfully reinvented themselves at the highest level. Hogan accomplished exactly that, remaining relevant across multiple decades while helping shape two different eras of professional wrestling. Whether fans admire him for his championship victories, his unforgettable rivalries, his charisma, or his role in changing the wrestling industry forever, there is no denying his enormous impact. More than 40 years after stepping into the ring, Hulk Hogan remains one of the most recognizable names in sports entertainment. His journey is a story of determination, fame, reinvention, triumph, controversy, and resilience. Love him or criticize him, Hulk Hogan's influence on professional wrestling is impossible to ignore. He helped build an industry that entertains millions around the world, and his legacy will continue to inspire wrestling fans for generations to come.